All right, peace, love, and happiness, y'all. This is Adrian James. I'm sorry, I'm got my glasses on, but I'm doing another recording, so I can't see. I don't want to see my eyes going crisscross on the screen, so I'm trying to like divert for any distraction. So I am going to talk about Yahki awakening. I was at his event in Detroit at Wayne State University, and brother brought the knowledge, and I'm just very happy, to be in this present because when I started my journey, I was on Dr. Sebi 100% because that got me to the level where I am now because I was like, man, what can I do about changing my lifestyle, changing my food habits, who can I, follow, who can I get instruction from? And Dr. Sebi was the one because I was like, okay, I didn't know anybody, but I heard something about him, and I was, kind of drawn to him. So my spirit kind of like, okay, listen to him. I mean, he was an older guy, but I'm sure he had some wisdom. So I was like, let's listen because I had already started changing my eating habits. I was more doing a diabetic diet because a gentleman at my job had a contest and he said I wouldn't last 2 days on it, and I'm very competitive, so I was like, oh, since no one else can meet this challenge, and I was saying I'm up for it, I'm game for it, because I had, I don't look at it now, but I was pretty much creeping over 200 pounds. You couldn't even see my neck, and things was right, not right, still a young person, waking up back, everything else hurting as soon as you get out of bed. So I was like, something has to change because I'm not that tall to be having all this weight. So I was like, okay, I did it, and it got me in a mold because I've been trying to get rid of my gut, for the longest. Even when I was a young man, in my teens, it still was there, even though I was pretty much really skinny. But I knew that was something that I worked on, throughout my life, but it would never resolve itself. But more I ate, the bigger it got. So, and it wasn't the right food either. So I learned from that lesson. But when I started that journey with this competition, with the diabetic, eating baked chicken, baked fish, I just eliminate all fried food, really cut out the fast food stuff. So that got me into my transformation to where I was. But it actually started off before, but this really got me on the platform to really start thinking about my health and where I need to be, in my future, because we don't want those ailments going into our older age. So I was like, wow, let's do it. And then when I got to Dr. Sebi, I was like, wow, I am already there. So mentally, I kind of like had it together, and I would get off my, my other food diet with holidays, and I'll still eat, around, my family still, all the holiday, servings that comes with that and occasion. So, but then I got back on what I was doing. So I learned how to discipline and get the mental right, and knowing how to adjust. When you have everybody go up and down. You have your bad days, and we know food is always our comfort, so we'll go to the thing that we shouldn't. So, but those are things that I was working on as I was gradually building my stamina of eating right. So I was like, okay, I'm a disciplined person. I got it. If I do this more than once and get the repetition down, it'll be like my own nature. So I adjusted with that. But when I learned about Dr. Sebi and about alkaline foods and getting more into the Pacifics, I was like, wow. And even though it was hard to understand, his accent, but I was replay that video more than once, trying to get listening to what he was saying, and I learned so much about him. And then, once I got through a lot of his videos, I'm like, man, it'd be nice if I could meet Dr. Sebi, just, get a little bit more insight, from him by being in person. But once you find out that oh, Dr. Sebi passed on, like what's next? And so when I kind of like the Yahki experience, when you get the suggestions on YouTube, and I don't know how, but it was divine that I ran across Yahki. When I heard his story, I was like, man, this dude is like Dr. Sebi on steroids. I said, this is the type of person I want, and he's still alive. So I was like, yes. And when I seen this brother and heard his story, where his background, where he came from, and how he was able to heal himself, and all these ailments that he had, it was worse than me. So I'm just like, oh, this brother's is the real deal. And then when I look at his presentation, you would swear he went to medical school because he had all the breakdown. He had the diagrams to go with it. And I'm very studious. I like to take notes. And when you can break it down into the simplest form, far as knowledge, I'm like, oh man, I started absorbing. I'm just like, shoot. I was like getting on my wife. I'm like, hey, we can do this and this, take care of that. And so when I was just like, wow, and had a chance, my first time I seen him was in Atlanta. So I had a chance to see him in Atlanta, and it was just like, it was just awesome there. And so I'm just like, wow, because I didn't know if I was ever going to see him again. And him coming to Detroit, it was further thing from my mind. But when he put that on his tour dates, I was like, I was on it. But actually, I wasn't gonna go because I was like, a lot of things were going on. But my wife, she pushed me. She was like, you need to go. So going to his event, it was just, it just brought it more, home for me as far as, learning what I need to do. Like I said, okay, I hadn't tried everything. I went on all fruit diet. I did that for, listen to Yahki. I was doing this for like almost 2 years. So I started off being vegan and, learning from Yahki. Vegan has a lot of processed food and it's not going to change much from when you come out of your other habit of eating. So I'm just like, wow, I'm learning more. And then I was like, can I actually do that? And then once I started doing that and getting through the detox, going through those detox symptoms, you start to develop tolerance for it. And he was like, shoot, man, this is a lot of energy coming my way now. So it was definitely awakening on that end because I didn't think I could do it, but I was pushing myself. I said, I'm going to walk in this faith, and I said, I'm going to do it. I'm very determined. I worked in culinary, for a long, long time, and I had all the distraction as far as food at my fingertips. So when you have that many access of anything you want that's not good for you, that's mighty. That's mighty strong. So I was able to overcome that. Like I said, yeah, I learned that from Yahki, you don't have to be 100% strict. So I was like, ooh. So I started being like 90-10, 80-20. So, and then, you can get yourself back together, but you want to definitely discipline yourself. So like you say, you get those detox, you get those toxin and those taste buds out of your system, so you're not craving for certain type of things because you replace it with something good made by God and by nature. So we can do a lot with what we put in our body. So I really appreciate that. And my brother, man. So I did his bitters before I did the liquid ones, and I'm used to taking interesting thing, and the bitters, boy, that one I can't remember exact. I think I still say the bottle, but ooh, I was like the first one. Okay, got this second one. I was like, all right, that third one's like, oh my goodness, how long I got to do this? So I did 2 services of that, and now when I went to his event, I got the powder one. That's in the bag. So I actually opened it up today. Today was my first time opening it up. So if people are here, they can see it. So this is the bitter one, and this is what I'm drinking. I had to, you go through the process, and then you let it, let it steep, and then you get this right here, and this is it's definitely different. So I'm gonna finish this up so I can get on to my next one. I did number 2. So the bitter one is cleansing the lymphatic system. Cleansing the lymphatic system. So I'm gonna finish this drink. And that was 8 ounces that I drank. So the bitter one, and then I got the bitter 2. And you can see it's for the cleansing of the blood and organs. So you want to definitely do that. And I'm doing I'm trying to think which one it is. It's the cleaning of the gut. I can't think of his name right now, so I'm not gonna pause there too long. But yeah, so you can see the different types of bitters that he has right here, and then I just made uh, bitter number 3, which is cleansing of the nervous system and the colon. Put it up here so my other viewers can see it. So it's very unique, but you understanding, I'm like, I have allergies issues, so it'll be a good time we get into the winter time to kind of like get in the mode to start flushing that out and feeding my body. So when the summertime, I'm like, I'm ready to roll, interacting with the sun, but we definitely gonna be planning some vacation, so I can definitely get some more sun because I like to keep it all balanced. And then we got his drops, and oh, it was the parasite elimination kit. So this bottle gave me the remembrance that I needed. So the writing is very small, so it's one of the droplets you put up under your tongue. So I did that tonight. So this, because I had to read everything, so I didn't want to jump in because I'd be like, let's start it when I got done with the event on Saturday. I was just like, man, I want to do it, but certain things came up, and then I had to, take my time, make sure I followed the directions. So when I did that, and this one right here, oh, I had to take a picture of this one just to read it. So it's very tight, very small typing. And then we got here that you can put, you do the drops, you do three drops a day. Do, I guess, morning, evenings, and afternoons. So, and then we got the one little capsule that he has here with more of the parasite elimination. So you got a lot of things that's gonna get in there and clean the gut. So I can put this in my drink. I drink coconut water, so I haven't did the juicing in a while. So I'll do that. Put a little bit in there. So that's what I got, out of Yahki, and then I got some other stuff that I'm gonna try, the heavy metal detox. But once I do this, I'll go over to that one. So this one will last me a while. So you can get, after you do 1 cup, you say you can do about three servings out of that. So it will definitely last a long time. And then I'll get back on and let you know the results, because I still work on the gut. I'm right now. I had, before I started my full detox this summer, I was at 160, 165, and well, we'll say 170. I got down to 140 this summer, and then just from eating, the greens I eat, that's a big bowl of salad. It was like one of those big bowls that you get at Olive Garden. And it was one of those things. I just filled it up the tops. I did all my little different toppings. To get all the nutrients, and I put in some other things in there, the mushrooms, portobello mushroom, chopped it up real good. So and I just doing that and some fruit, I picked up my weight. So I went from 140 to 160. So you can get to your weight, you can see I'm trying to get, so you can see the muscles are going, just a little bit. I don't do much working out because I don't really have enough time, but I'm definitely working on the stomach area, so I'm trying to get that going. And then, I'll be, I don't look it, but I'll be 50 next February. So I'm trying to get everything right. And most people I, talk to, they're like, man, you don't even look that old. So that's a blessing in disguise. So we want to take care of ourselves. We're goddess, and we treat our body right. We won't age as hard as most people, because we have that natural ability, but we just gotta ignite it with how we take care of ourselves, what we do with our food, how we prepare it, different things. You want to make sure, because one thing, me and the wife, we veganize everything before when we make the transition. So when we got married, it was pretty much 4.5 years ago. We did that, and we've been on that goal. And she'll tip back a little bit, but I'm there to help hold her up, to catch her, make sure, but not so pushy. And she definitely appreciate that, because like I said earlier, we go to our comfort food and certain things hits us, but as soon as she eat wrong, her body let her know. So that's, I only have to remind her every time. So we want to do the best, and check out Yahki Awakening, man. The brother is true. Man, his knowledge is just, and what he's getting from the downloads that he get from, you know, from my ancestors, from the high, you know, from high above. You know, he is the truth. So definitely check him out. Definitely gonna be working with him. I want to set up some programs to, you know, help more people, you know, push his products, you know, do different things, you know, because I want us to be strong. We like he teaches unity, you know, as a collective. We gotta bring this together. We gotta help each other and take it one day at a time. You know, it's not easy for everybody, but when we get there, oh man, you'd be like, what took me so long? So, but that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna break some stuff down. But I just wanted to get this video out because I had to do it and I didn't want to get too long. And whenever you get a chance to see Yahki, he is just like the one on the video. His live present, he's the same cat. So you know you ain't gonna get nothing different. You know he's gonna bring the excitement. He's gonna bring the laughter. He's gonna bring the seriousness. You know he's just gonna bring the love, and that's what you all need. You know we all need that good energy, and we can learn something and we can grow and make our lives better. So that's all I got for you guys. You know, appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more videos. You know, I'm at my home studio, so I'm still working on that, you know, with the music and everything. But, you know, hey, I got so much that I need to do, so I definitely going to get the health right so I can be around to accomplish everything and live to Almighty say, come to me. So, all right, y'all. Peace, love. See ya. Bye.